Hi, everybody. This is Dawn Black with Century 21 First Class Home. I haven't done a live in a while, so I thought I would pop on and do a live video. There's three things I want to do tonight. 3 points. Number one is I want to introduce my listing at in Schaumburg at 2210 Dorchester Court, which is the 159.9. We're going to do a walkthrough. I'm going to show you the aerial drone video of the townhome, so that you see the neighborhood and everything that it has to offer. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a walkthrough with you through the house with a medical floor plan software so that we can take a look at the inside. And then the third thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in my loan officer. His name is Andre with Acclaim Mortgage. And he's going to break down, because this is all about why are you renting when you can own. So we're going to break it down for you. His price points, what you're saving. He's going to discuss all that with you. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great informational stream. And also, it is streaming on Facebook, it's streaming on Twitter, and it's also streaming on YouTube. So sit back, enjoy. I'm going to show you everything, a video of my listing over there in Schaumburg at 2210 Dorchester Court. Hold on just 1 second. If I look at you. Oh, that's working. All right, I can get that for you. Let me share the screen. There's always little glitches, but I'm going to share my screen with you. And I'm going to show you the aerial drone video that comes up. Hold on a second. This is the way I planned. Let me pull it up in my listing service. It was up and running, and now we're having issues getting the video up. So I'll get that video up for you in a second. There's always something that happens. Never wants to move totally smooth. Here we go. We're going to show you the aerial drone video of this property on Dorchester. It's a real cute townhome. No sound. Oh, that's fine. Okay, the next thing I want to do, if you're seeing this, I'm going to share with you the floor plan, the 3D floor plan on the home, so you can see the inside of what this townhome has to offer. So we're going to do a simple walkthrough of the house. And right now, what I want to show you is that in this townhome, on the first floor, you have wood laminate floors. Everything in this townhome, all the interior walls have been freshly painted. We have an eating area here in the kitchen. with a ceiling fan with light. You have plenty of counter space and cabinet space for storage. You have your refrigerator, your stove, and a dishwasher. As you enter in, you also have it's 1.5 baths, so you have a powder room on the main level. Your utilities, your furnace is in this closet right here. And then what's nice is that you have access to your garage from your home. So in this door right here leads to your garage. And as we go upstairs, you have your full bathroom that has a newer vanity. They put in mirror, new light fixture. You have ceramic tile floor and then a ceramic tile surround around your tub. What is nice is the washer and the dryer are up on the second floor with some extra storage cabinets. Here is your master bedroom. Let's go on to the opposite side. It is a spacious master bedroom with a ceiling fan with light. And then what you'll see here is you have a nice size walk-in closet in addition to another closet. And then we have here in your second bedroom, which is used right now as an office. You have some closet space there, a ceiling fan with light. And I just want to let you know too that the second level in this home has brand new carpeting. So it's all ready to use, ready for you to move in. All right, so what I wanted to do is, I hope you saw that. I just wanted you to see what you get for $159,900 in Schaumburg. It's a 2-story, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath with a 1-car attached garage. Now, what we want to do is, the big question is why are you renting when you can own? So what I want to do now is I want to bring in Andre to come and discuss the differences and all the numbers so that you can understand why is it that you're renting when you should own. Andre, are you there?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Good. So we want you to kind of break it down for us. We want you to let us know why can you, what is the difference between renting and owning, and what's the benefits from it?
Well, for starters, it's pretty obvious. In this market right now, rates are so low, historically low, it would make no sense not to buy, because your proposed mortgage payment should come in at what you're probably paying for rent or less. Okay. And that being said, being a renter opposed to a homeowner, there's no appreciation that you're gaining. There's no tax deductions that you're gaining, so forth. So those add up quite quickly. But what I want to do is I want to share my screen with you and just show you some numbers. Again, it could be boring for some people, but it's fact, and it's going to answer the question of why you should be buying instead of renting.
Can I ask you something before you switch screens? Right now, what are the rates right now? What is an update on the rates?
The rates are pretty low, and they're dependent upon everybody's individual credit score. So the higher the score, the lower the rate. And it also depends on the loan amount as well. So, if we're talking a loan amount of $150,000 plus, and have a credit score of say 700 plus, we're going to be anywhere of 2.99 to 3.25. And when I give you those range of rates, when I talk about rates, I talk about no cost rates. We have rates as low as 2.5 right now, and sometimes it makes sense to pay down or buy down points to get the lower rate if you're going to be in the property long term, so forth. It has to pay for itself, but that's what rates are right now. So it's really affordable, and it's just a great time to purchase.
All right.
So,
all right.
Dawn, I kind of started, all right. I've got some information on your listing and the list price and so forth, but again, I'm not a renter, I'm a homeowner
Oh,
myself.
okay.
So what would be an average rent for this type of property being,
Well, the
what is,
property The property at Dorchester, listed, like I said, 159.9. Taxes I put in there yet for 2018 were $1,965.55. And then in this particular townhome, just to kind of let you know, and then you can kind of explain how you're going to run the numbers. But the association fee from what is it, May to December, the association fee is 189 a month. And then what they do is through through January through April, 234 a month. So,
okay.
you're asking me about rent. So a two-bedroom and a half with a one-car garage renting anywhere between, I would say, 1,475 to 1,500 a month.
So is that like an average in Schaumburg area? That's probably
Right.
an
I looked at the same, something like the same style in the same area, and it was around 1,475 to 1,500.
So if someone's paying that kind of rent, we're going to show them, and as you can, I'm going to share my screen and you're going to be able to see what a monthly
And
mortgage
God
payment.
willing, we'll be able to share it.
Let's see if it works. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right. I'm going to share your screen right now. We're going to add it. There you go.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand it a little bit. Okay. All right. So right now, what we can do is we can look and we got a 159.9 list price. Average down payment is 5%. We can do 3, but I use for this exercise, I'm just going to use 5%.
Okay.
And again, at the higher rate of interest. Okay. So I like to work in conservatives, worst case scenarios. So that being said, if you look at the breakdown, you would have your principal and interest, you would have your estimated homeowner's insurance. And this is, for this type of property, this is walls in insurance because the outside of the home, the maintenance and any things that need to be insured or so forth are done by the association. Property taxes, and this is mortgage insurance. And that's for until we reach 20% equity. And then I took an average of the association fees of what you stated.
Okay.
And this is the average of what it would be. Okay. So
All
this
right.
will give you a monthly payment of roughly $1,130. So
Okay.
if you're talking 1,400 is rent, average rent.
Yeah,
All
I'd say,
right.
well, 1475. Yeah.
No, 1,475 minus what, 1,130? $345 a month. That's the most obvious of why you should be buying instead of renting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this a little bit more in depth. I'm going to go to one of my tools here, which is rent versus own breakdown. So this is where all the numbers will come in. We're going to calculate what your pre-tax rent is and what your pre-tax mortgage is. And then we're going to start working into net numbers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead and input what you told me what someone would pay for this size of home as rent.
Right.
It's $1,475. Okay.
Yes.
This can vary. Annual rental increase. This would equate to like $75 roughly. But even if and again, this is conservative. It's, matter of fact, let me be a little more conservative. Let's just say 2.5%.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When you rent, you pay renter's insurance. Okay, so those are your rent and your insurance. Now you have the purchase price of the home. You have the down payment, so that's your investment is roughly $8,000 is your down payment.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you your loan amount of $151,900. Okay.
Right.
And then we're going to amortize typically, 30 years. Is anytime that someone typically their first home, they do a 30-year amortization.
Okay.
Worst case rate, 3/4, and that again changes daily. And then the estimated closing costs. If you have to pay the closing costs out of your own pocket, on average, $4,000. Sometimes you can negotiate, sometimes you can't with the seller to get, some help. But again, I want to work worst case scenario. as if you were having to come up with this, okay?
Okay.
So then we have the breakdown of the property taxes of 163 a month, and then you have homeowners insurance. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add the association,
Okay.
because the association wasn't included in the payment. So, we have to factor that in because we need to factor all costs to figure our net amount. So that would be $251. So that's a combination of your proposed homeowners insurance plus your association fee average.
All right.
Now, this number here, the annual maintenance, I kind of guessed at. Because of this type of property, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any damage due to storms like the roof, or let's say the roofs have to be replaced down the road and whatnot.
Right, the association.
Takes care of those. Right.
The association takes care of your common insurance, your pool, exterior maintenance, lawn, garbage, and snow.
Okay. So what real maintenance are you going to have? Well, if a water heater goes out, washer, dryer, refrigerator.
Clients, yeah.
So you use the 0.5%. It's about $800 a year. Now, a typical first-time home buyer will stay in their house 5 to 7 years. So I'm using a 5-year comparison.
Okay.
And then the annual appreciation on a home. So that
3.
That can swing up and down, but on average, if we figure about 2.5%. I think that's kind of conservative. Right now, we're seeing higher gains in the market than 3%. But again, I just wanted to use a lower number. So figure 2.5% annually. And then the money that you're saving to put down as a down payment, what kind of interest are you getting?
Oh, yes, not very good.
Something. Right, pretty much no. All right. So the next factor to get our results is where you're at in a tax bracket. I just used an average of 15. I can move this around to 15, 18, 20, depends. So I'm going to just use an average, 15%.
Okay.
All right. So with me inputting these numbers, the favorable option is buying. I mean, it's obvious just from the monthly savings, right, but it even gets greater than that because we're saving this per month and our net gain over 5 years is roughly 65 grand. Well, how is that possible? Well, what this graph shows us, or what this grid shows us, is that you have your initial rent payment that you're paying now if you rented this kind of property, opposed to what your monthly mortgage payment will be before tax. And then over a 5-year period, what those costs are, and then a net average tax monthly payment. So that $1,475 rent is actually costing you about $1,590.
Wow.
Whereas after the tax write-offs and everything over that 5-year period, it really reduces that monthly payment to about $1,059.
It sure does. It sure does.
Well, there's your savings. So now it gets a little bit better. Okay.
Right.
So we have to factor in all facets of the home purchase and calculating over time. So if we use the appreciation rate of 2.5% annually, this would be our assumed sales price in 5 years minus our anticipated loan balance by normal principal reduction by what we're paying per month. Minus our initial investment, our down payment, and our closing cost if we paid that. And the investment gain of buying versus renting is 33.2 roughly.
Wow.
Then you're going to calculate your total payment savings, and it comes up to 31.8. And again, so combined gain of buying and renting over a 5-year period is a net 65K.
Wow. Wow.
And you can't write off any taxes or any of that stuff on rent, but you can on, taxes and so forth. And rent, where you rent, is not appreciation. It is appreciating, but not for you. It's appreciating for the landlord.
You're throwing your money away.
Right now, it makes sense for someone to buy because these rates are so low, and that's why these numbers are the way they are. And you know what? You don't have to have 800 scores to buy a house. I'm doing loans right now where people can go as low as 620, some cases 600. You're not going to have as a favorable as a rate, but you're still going to make money, and it's still going to be better for you to own than rent. That I
And
can
it's
tell.
yours. I mean, it's your house. It's like you don't, it's not like you're having to, um, you're going to treat it so much more nicer, and it's your investment. So you're going to want to update it. You're going to want to upgrade it. You're going to want to enjoy it. You want to build memories in the place. So, and this just adds to wanting to do all those things. So that's why definitely. And you know what? And people out there don't realize that, you just owning is such a nice, it's just a nice feeling, but it's a great investment when you're not having to throw your money away to a landlord. So it really need to kind of reevaluate where they're coming. I mean, I think by you doing this, and I can stop the share. Are you done with the screen?
I am going to, yeah, you can stop share. There.
So, yeah, so with you showing us all those numbers, I mean, there's a definite reason why I mean, you shouldn't even have to think about why you should be going out there and looking to purchase a home or setting up an appointment with Andre and just having him run the numbers. That doesn't cost anything, does it?
No, it's free.
A phone call. It's a quick phone call. So you can give Andre a call and have him run the numbers, run your credit, and see where your buying power is. And once he's done that, you can give me a call. And what we can do is we can sit down and we can talk about the buying process and looking at homes and setting up a home search and then actually getting out there. So I think I want to say that I'm hoping that everybody out there has found this informative, if anything. And is there anything else you want to add?
No, just call Dawn today. Get out there. Rates are low. They're not going to stay this low. They're not going to stay this low forever. So time is now.
It's true. It's true. They're unbelievable. But really, too, what you can do, you can give me a call, but I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, give Andre a call because you have to know where you stand financially, how much buying power you have before we even hit the road and start looking at houses. So definitely, that's who you should be calling first. And his number is down on the screen. But Andre, give people your contact information.
Yeah, it's real easy. Like it says down at the bottom, my cell number where I'm always available is 630-400-3413. You can email me at Andre at Acclaim, that's ACCLAIM.loans, or you can get me on the web at my website, which is greatchicagoloans.com.
Great. And then too, if you're just interested about what's going on, what are the steps of buying a home? What do you need to do first? We can talk about the contract or anything, feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to sit down with you. My number is 847-630-2121. And you can go to dawnblackhomes.com and you can start your search. You can even go at my business page at Dawn Black Realtor. And if you want to find houses and search for homes, you can go over there and click around and play around with that too. So I'm hoping everybody's found this informational. I have. I think it's a great piece of information. What I want to do in the interim is, down the road is do a couple more of these, possibly. If any questions that you have real estate related, maybe send me a private message. I'd like to do something like this where I can bring on something if it has to do with home inspections, something that you came across, if it has to do with maybe home selling or home purchasing, any questions that you have, throw it my way. We'll set up the whole thing like this so we can give you the information that you need and so that you can move forward with whatever you want to do, and hopefully you'll be giving me a call. So you guys out there have a great evening. If you joined us on this, we're going to be ending it now, and it'll be live streamed on Twitter. I'll have it on my Facebook business page, also my news feed, and then I will be downloading this and I'll be posting it up on LinkedIn. So I hope all of you have a great evening, and thank you, Andre, for doing this. I think this was really great. I think it was a good information for everybody.
My pleasure, always. Invite me back again. I appreciate it.
I will do that. Everybody,
Okay.
we'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.